Hey babes, it's Winnie Jean, and today I want to come to you guys with a little 2020 makeup video. I feel like this is the first year in a long time where I feel like I'm going into the new year with a completely different makeup routine than the previous year. For a while, I felt like the makeup community was a little stagnant, and I'm loving some of the trends from this year. So if you want to see how I got this 2020 beat, girl, then keep watching. Oh, and make sure you're subscribed because we almost hit 25K. Hey. I'm really excited and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, and thank you to you if you're new for subscribing, because you're gonna love me. Let's get into the video. Let me just talk. Today I want to show you guys how I'm doing my makeup going into 2020. I feel like a lot of trends was the same for a few years. Like honestly, I feel like that's why makeup tutorials got a bit boring, but it was some switch ups this year, and I'll talk about them as I do my makeup. Let's just go ahead and get to it. Let me take these earrings off. I'm about to fight. Okay. First things first, primer. I will say that I did not put respect on primer's name until this year. That's just me though. That's not necessarily like a 2020 thing. I don't know. I'm gonna use this Too Faced Hangover RX primer just because I'm going for a more dewy look, and this one is very like moisturizing. So I guess that's one thing. Dewy makeup made its stance this year, okay? The most matte girls went either dewy or natural finish, which is basically just like, you know, light dew. But I thought that was interesting. I used to believe in like matte, but I had to give it the winning team, okay? And I just think that dewy looks a lot more youthful. It looks a lot more healthy, and I started to care more about how my makeup looked in person. I feel like it was a point where it was only about how your makeup looked on camera. Everything was flash test and this, that, and the third. It's a thing, sis. It's a thing. Dewy natural skin is a thing. I'm gonna use this Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by NARS. I'm obsessed with this. I'm using the color Moria if you guys are interested. Now, I'm gonna apply this foundation with a brush. That's another thing. I feel like brushes made a comeback this year. Sponges were all the rage a couple of years ago, but a lot of people came back to the roots with brushes, and I feel like it's because you kind of have a little bit more control, and that's important when you're doing a look like this in particular, because I'm not going overboard with the foundation. I'm literally only using one pump, and I'm not so much worried about covering up everything. It's more so about just making yourself look a bit more even, if you feel me. Concealer. I remember back in the day, or not even that long ago, I hate to say it, I would say like 2017, I would put concealer all down, but now I literally just put it right here and then I blend it out. I'm blending out my concealer with the sponge because I don't want it to be too thick. I learned from somebody to use warm water on my sponge, but I cannot remember who I learned it from, but I learned it from somebody because it warms the product, like your finger. Ugh. So genius. I just cannot remember where I got it. I'm gonna go in with this matte and poreless foundation in, this is the color Mocha. Cream contour is more of a personal preference thing. The reason why I like it, one, I like it because I get more coverage. Instead of me going in heavy with like a full coverage foundation, I just build everything up. Now I like to use two concealers. The concealer I'm about to use now is a little bit of a thicker, like fuller coverage concealer, and it's also a bit lighter. So this is where I'm gonna get my actual brightening. Now this wouldn't be like an everyday makeup. I'm saying like this is like the new beat to me. So when you're really trying to go in, you're gonna pop that extra concealer right there under the eye. And I'm actually gonna put a little on my forehead to kind of even that tone out because I went a little OG with the bronzer. Now I really like to go in and blend. I feel like that's what makes my makeup look a bit better. Okay, so it's time to powder. For my under eye, I want to go ahead and use Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I'm obsessed with these, super obsessed, especially because I use quite a bit of powder, not even on my face. I'm just kind of wasteful. I poured into the cap an excessive amount. I'm that girl, so I'm not really one for expensive powders. But this Maybelline Fit Me powder is so good. I love it so much. We all kind of switched up our routines little by little, and now we just looking back like, who have I become? I like to look up when I put my under eye powder on, just so I don't set any creases in place. And I'm lightly setting. I'm not baking. We're not going that hard today. I was never a baker though. Well, it never looked good on me, to me. I love how it looks on other people. Now I have super oily skin, so I can set my face and still get a dewy look. But if you have a drier skin, then of course omit the powder. I feel like the biggest changes to like the 2020 face, lots of bronzer, blush, dewy to natural skin. Highlighter is really like out the door. I haven't used highlighter in so long. Like it's been like mad long. Like I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Maybelline loose powder in Deep. It's pretty dark, but I love the way it looks on my skin. I like to set my whole face with powder before I start to use like contour and blush, just so it doesn't get patchy. I think it's really fun how makeup evolves over time. Like I hated blush. I hated blush when I was younger. I always hated blush. I literally was never a fan. Not into it, not a fan. But for blush, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. palette. This is the light one. For some reason, I've been literally dying over, like really into baby doll pinks. I was saying like medium dark, and even on the darkest skin, I feel like pink blushes look so pretty. Now granted, the shade of pink will have to be a little bit different, but for me, these like light baby doll pinks, love them. I love the dark e.l.f. palette, the dark e.l.f. blush palette too, but lately I've been really into these two colors, and I honestly mix all of these. Ooh. And when I say I pack on the blush, my good sis, I pack on the blush, okay? It fades really quickly. Some people like to put their blush back. I like that like sweet look, so I tend to put mine along this area like in a W, and that gives me a very full cheek sweet look. But girl, put your blush on. Put your blush on. I'll just say that blush is a thing. Like blush is a thing for the 2020. What is that? What is that era even called? The 20s? I honestly think it's insane that the decade is over. I've been nostalgic I've been really nostalgic all week. See, I just look so cute. Like, look at me. Baby, give me your check. Blush is everything. Blush is life, okay? I just bought a new bronzer, but I don't know where I put it. Where did I put that damn bronzer? For bronzer, I'm gonna use the color Mocha out of the It's My Ray Ray palette. And I focus my bronzer like right in here. And then I bring it down. Cause I like that, like, you see that, like, I love it. I'm here for it. So I bring my bronzer down a bit. I almost apply it in a shape like that. I look at old pictures of like my contour and I'm just like, baby, what was you doing? Baby, what was you doing? I honestly don't contour my nose. I just run a bit of bronzer down the sides and under the tip and call it a day, girl. Now I'm dropping. That's what happened. Now I'm gonna take that deep powder and I'm gonna use that to cut out my contour and my blush. Now I used to use the powder I used under my eyes, and that was a mistake. It looks crazy, it looks a little ghostly, and I'm just not into it anymore. Now sometimes what I will do is I'll mix the powder I use under my eyes and the deep powder just so it's not as dark, because I do want it to create a highlight. I just don't want it to be, girl, a mess. So I mix those colors and I end up with something like this. So this is the dark one. This is the mixture I made. Yes, girl. Use what you got, okay? Use what you got. And I'm dunking this little cheap little cotton situation in it. I've tried doing it with other things. You can. I do it when I'm in a pinch, when I don't have these, but honestly, you can't go wrong with these. I cut it out only in the back, and you see I leave it right there. I don't go all the way to my mouth. That's just not my zhuzh. And then I'm gonna use the brush that I use for my face powder, and I'm just gonna dust it off. I don't like to let it bake. I just really use it to clean it up when I go a little too crazy. And I kind of just go over everything and blend it in so everything's a bit seamless. The bright under eye is back with a vengeance, okay? It was a while where I kind of strayed away, but baby, I'm home. So I'm taking this Airspun powder, original formula, and it smells like a baby. What the hell? So my damp sponge, and I'm gonna just place it right here to brighten up this area. And I'm literally like stamping it. Now also with this super bright highlighting powder, the Airspun powder, I'm taking a little bit and I'm going to highlight this little tip of my nose and right down the bridge. I'm going to just pop my little molds back on and we can move on to the brows. I'm getting powder in my edges. I hate that. I'm about to go to the movie, so I kind of gotta hurry up. Okay, so brows are the new thing. I've been seeing a lot of people who don't even fill their brows in at all anymore, and I'm low-key loving how it looks. I'm not there yet. Maybe that may be 2021 for me. Now I do comb them up. That is definitely a trend, and I like to fill them in a little bit. I'm actually using the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the color Deep Brown. I use a lot of Maybelline products. Like, apparently I love Maybelline. Now, a lot of people don't conceal under their brows anymore. Like, I love like lifts, and I feel like it just like this brow looks so much more voluminous. I don't know, girl. I really started to set my brows this year, and I find that they last so much longer because, like I said, your girl is oily. Okay, now I just throw a little bit of my contour shade into my crease and call it a day. Let me throw some mascara. I'm using the well, I always use this one. Let me see if I try something new today. Maybe I'll just use this one and try something new on top. Yeah, this is the Kush mascara by Milk, and I really like it. I don't typically wear lashes even when I go out. I'm really not a lash girl unless I'm wearing like bold eyeshadow, which is like not very often because I'm known for a good 3 a.m. beats when I'm not going anywhere actually. But anyway, the second mascara that I used was the Sephora Collection Big Volume Mascara. I really like this, and honestly I'm a huge fan of the Sephora Collection products. I worked with them before and I tried their lip products, and when I tell you I was in love, I use those lip products all the time. I actually may end up using some of them today, but yeah, love that brand. Now it's time for lips. I like to use the NYX lip pencil in the color brown to line my lips. Let me tell you why, sis. Because it's mandatory, okay? I'm not gonna continue to explain. Brown girls across the world have been trying to tell y'all about the dark lip liner, okay? It came from the 90s, but it honestly never left. Literally. For the past 10 years, I've always been wearing a brown liner, but it's finally solidified. The world has come around. I overline in the middle. So from like here to here, I overline, and then I just go with my natural lip line on the corners. I also round out my little peak, and it makes my lips look super juicy and super big, but I'm gonna show you at the end. Now we got the shape. Now I'm gonna use a lip color similar to the blush that I used, and it just kind of draws the whole look together. Now my two favorites are Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream and C2117Z11. I don't know. Name your products. I mean, who am I to say that, but I don't know. It's helpful for me, the consumer, when you name it. And then this is the NARS Power Lip Matte and American Woman. I'm gonna show you them side by side because literally they're like the same color. This is the American Woman Power Matte Lip, and then this is the Makeup Forever. I'm gonna just go ahead and use the Makeup Forever one right now. And I'll just blot my little life away. Okay, girls. I actually have to go to the movies with my friend Ebony. I'm gonna go see Queen and Slim Child. I may even do a movie review on it. That's low-key hella off brand, but what is a brand? Okay, I'm a person, and girl, it's a whole nother video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Very 2020. I put it together, ladies, and I think it looks really, really natural in person. My skin, you can still see my flaws. It's not completely coated, but I just look really presentable, really polished, really refined. It's like pretty makeup, like very accentuate your beauty, borderline catfish, but not quite. You know what I mean? You feel me? I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, comment down below and let me know, because I really want to get into doing more beauty videos. And if you enjoyed just watching me in general, sis, that was spicy as fuck. That makes me feel really, really good, and I would appreciate if you subscribe because I want a nice little positive community here. And I love you guys. I say it every video. I know it's cheesy, but I mean it. I love you guys.